It is so important to learn how to deal with disappointment. Kids cannot become effective adults if they don't learn how to deal with disappointment. And even more so, not just dealing with disappointment, but also just the consequences of your actions. And realizing that there's not always a way to undo what you did. I have two examples from class today. One, yesterday I had a conversation with 3 of my students after recess time, and they're at each other's throats at this point. Not necessarily physically, but they're all doing things that are annoying the others, and they know they're doing it, and they admitted to it. Through our conversation and through our talk, they admitted to the fact that, yes, I am doing things that this person does not appreciate. So my solution was simple. I said, you don't spend time with each other outside of the classroom anymore. Because we're in the same class, they have to be around each other in that instance. But during the social hours, during the passing periods, you stay away. You don't talk to, you don't look at, you don't talk about, you don't touch, any of that. Well, today, came back from recess, and what do I hear? This one said that about the other one, and the other one said something back, and so they broke the rule. 2 of the 3 broke the rule, and so what did I do? I wrote them a detention. They now have to stay for an extra half hour after school, either today or the next school day, which will be Monday, in order to, quote, serve their time for the decision that they made, the rule that they broke. Well, one of them was perfectly fine with that. She understood that she broke the rule and that she needed to own up to that. And hopefully will learn her lesson for the next time. The other one kept asking me over and over and over, is there anything I can do to get rid of this detention? And I said, well, why do you think you need to get rid of it? I said, the easiest way to get rid of it is not to do anything like that in the first place, not to break the rules in the first place. But that doesn't get rid of this one. It just keeps you from getting more in the future. He said, well, I'm supposed to go to the trampoline park this weekend. And if I get this D-Haul, I'm not going to be able to go. I said, well, that's part of dealing with it. It's not my job to make sure you can go to the trampoline park. My job is to make sure you follow the rules at school. And you didn't do that. And so he's disappointed. He went home disappointed today. He chose to take the detention home and get it signed and serve his time on Monday. Now, what he does with that from there, that's not my business. Maybe he's going to hide it from his mom until the last second on Sunday and say, hey, you need to sign this. And he gets to go to the trampoline park anyway. I don't know. If he's a smart kid, that's what he'll do. But, or if he's clever. I shouldn't say smart. If he's clever. But, he needs to learn to deal with that disappointment of knowing that you didn't hold up to your end of the bargain. My other example, I gave a math test today, right before lunchtime, gave a math test. And I had a girl staying after asking me to grade her math test and give it back to her. I said, I don't grade them on the day of. I'm going to grade them this weekend when I have time. I had other things I needed to catch up on. And she stood there by my desk waiting for me to grade it, begging me to give her her test, grade just hers. I don't have to grade all the other ones, just grade hers. And so she can take it home. And I finally asked her, I said, why do you need me to grade your test so bad? And she said, because I'm grounded right now for my bad grades, and if I don't get a good grade on this math test, I won't get ungrounded, and I won't get to do anything this weekend. So she left in tears today because I did not grade the math test. It was not part of my plan to grade the math test, and I had other things I needed to catch up on, other papers to get through and plans to make, and I had to get home too. So she left disappointed today also. But while it feels bad that those kids aren't getting their rewards, also that's part of the lesson they need to learn. To deal with that disappointment, you made this decision. These were the actions you took. Cause and effect is something we've been over and over and over. And choosing not to hold up your end is wrong. And you need to reap the benefits or the consequences of those actions. So, enforce that, folks. Parents and kids alike, understand that your actions have consequences and that you need to abide by them. In all aspects of life, not just school. Talk to you Monday.